Well, this is the story of my 2023 spring gobbler. As the title alludes to, I was able to have my turkey dinner, but first I had to eat some humble pie. Well, on my typical turkey hunt, it's just me self-filming, running around the mountains here in Pennsylvania, usually on public land, trying to fill my spring turkey tag. Now this is going to be a different video because I had an incredible offer from Jase Outdoors to come to one of his properties and to hunt turkeys with him. Now the only catch with his offer was the property he hunts is over 3 hours away from where I live, and we're in the middle of hay season.
So I'm sitting here watching this long beard with two hens heading up the ridge here to go to roost. I'm just out the night before. I have a special guest coming in tomorrow morning. Kind of a suicide run from way out in the middle of the state. You may have heard of him, the HuntingFarmer. He reviews a lot of the same trail cameras that I do, and we kind of connected a while ago, so this is going to be our first time out hunting together, so I'm hoping I can give him a pretty good hunt here.
So as Jase was kindly trying to roost that turkey for me, I was 3 hours away, desperately trying to finish up my hay. As I was finishing my work, Jase was texting me pictures of this long beard. He said he has one in sight and he thinks he knows where he'll be roosted. I finished up my work around 9 p.m., cleaned up and got a few hours of sleep and hit the road at 1:40 in the morning in order to make it to Jase's location by 4:45. We set up at first light within a couple of 100 yards of where he saw that tom go to roost, or where he thought the tom was going to roost the evening before. As it got light, we heard nothing from the tom that Jase had roosted. The only tom that was gobbling was a number of properties away. We had a field behind us and an open hardwoods in front of us. Again, Jase estimated the tom to be probably within 150 to 200 yards from our location. Well, just because we didn't hear anything from the roost did not mean there weren't turkeys nearby. We were about to get into a whole flock of turkeys.
Turn, they went the other way. I still see some up there. There's at least one up on the hill yet. Two or three of them, they're up there.
Jase was able to fire up one of the hens in the flock. Our goal was to make her mad enough to bring her and the whole flock down to the decoys and within shotgun range.
The one that's strutting is anyway. There's a couple there, so maybe he's in there, I don't know. 3 jigs.
That is 3 jigs.
Yeah, I think that might be him. She needs to just come down here. Look, she's leaving.
No matter how mad Jase made that hen, she would not commit and come any closer to her decoys. At this point, we were contemplating our next move when all of a sudden one of the hens broke and came straight into the decoys. This was the exact moment we were waiting on. Surely she'll bring some toms with her.
There's a turkey gobbling to our left. There's one up on the hill where they originally were. See some. There's a couple of them up there. I don't know where that's at.
Now that hen was at 10 to 15 yards away, but she never did bring in any of the toms. In fact, the jakes and the toms stayed 80 to 100 yards away, gobbling, strutting, but they would not come any closer. It was time for a move. Now Jase and I made a big loop to try and get around at a different angle on these turkeys, but our hands were tied with property lines, and we ended up not being able to get any closer and having no further luck with this flock. It was time to move on to a different property. On the next property we hunted, we spotted more turkeys out in an old pasture. It was at least one longbeard, a couple of jakes, and some hens. We quickly set up along the edge of the pasture. The turkeys were just over a knoll. They would gobble and respond to Jase's calls, but they would not come up over and show themselves. We devised a plan to make a big loop and using the hill as our cover and get on the opposite side of where the turkeys were. Now that move proved to be beneficial, and it was about to get exciting. At this new setup, I was again along the edge of this pasture, but this time we had some terrain and some woods behind us that Jase was able to drop down below me, move around, and he was able to convince the two jakes to come right in at point blank range. Unfortunately, at this point, with all our scrambling and moving, Jase's camera and tripod were nearly 50 yards behind us. He was desperately moving around trying to convince these turkeys to come into range. He abandoned the camera and left me with my action camera right along the edge of the field. Now, although the action camera does not do it justice, these jakes were gobbling at 10 to 15 yards away from me. They were at point blank range, had no clue that I was anywhere near. But I wasn't looking for a jake, I was waiting on the longbeard. Now the jakes moved on and Jase continued to work his magic with the mouth call and finally convinced the longbeard to come up over the knoll and to check us out.
Yeah, he's looking. He's looking. No, he's coming. Oh. Shoot him. What in the thunder?
Last show I brought along.
of the back. Oh, yes. Twice.
Now that did not go as planned. Jase had called that bird within range, and although the action camera did not do that justice, that bird was within 25 or 30 yards, and I was struggling. Definitely not a picture perfect hunt or how you expect it to go, but I am thankful I was able to get that tom and not have him injured and fly away. So I want to thank Jase from Jase Outdoors. Not only is he an incredible turkey hunter, he was very gracious to invite me to come along and to spend the morning trying to call in a tom for me. I was able to get my turkey, and I have memories that'll last a lifetime. So again, thank you, Jase. Go over and check his channel out. If you want to see some incredible turkey hunting and turkey footage, check out his videos and his shorts. Not only is he a great turkey hunter and caller, he's a professional videographer, and he has some of the best turkey hunting footage that you'll ever see. So go check out Jase's channel. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.